Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. We're about to have a good time enjoying African music, African rhythms. Yeah? Awesome. Awesome. My name is Henry, and I'm actually from Nanaimo. I'm from this town, so welcome home. But I'm also from Africa. I was born and raised in Kenya. Yes, Kenya, that's the country that brings you great people. That's the country that brought you Barack Obama, winning the presidency in the US, Lupita Nyong'o, winning Academy Awards in Hollywood, and me. I'm still working out what my accomplishments are, but hey, welcome. So if you ever want to go to Africa and see wildlife, go on a safari, Kenya is a good place to go. So my country, Kenya, is a good place for safaris. I've never been on a safari myself. I mean the paid safari. I go on safaris all the time. For me, a safari is just a walk down the street to the grocery store when I visit my grandma. Henry, get us some milk and bread. Enjoy the zebras. If you see the lions, run. That's my home, yeah. No wonder when I first came to Canada, two of my friends told me, let's go to Vancouver Zoo. Let's go enjoy the zoo. And one guy said, no, that's not fair. Don't do that to Henry. You cannot make him pay to see animals he sees on a daily basis for free. So they started talking about me as if I wasn't there. They said, you know, Henry, where he's from, he looks outside the window and he can see 2 cows eating grass, 2 goats under the tree, and 3 lions behind them, and 2 chickens running up the road, and 4 hyenas behind them. And I was like, thank you, man, but I'm from Kenya, not the Jungle Book. Yeah, I'm a father. I don't know how many fathers we have in the house or grandfathers. I'm a father. I have 3 kids. And that has given me a purpose. Being a father makes you have a purpose. And someone said, nothing wakes you up in the morning than a purpose. Having a purpose makes you leave your bed in the morning. But so far as a father, I've learned that a 3-year-old and a 1.5-year-old jumping on your bed at 5 a.m. in the morning, slapping you on the face, sitting on your head, saying, let's watch TV, wakes you up way better than a purpose. And all my 3 kids, they're all under the age of 5. All under the age of 5. Maybe you identify, but multiple kids under the age of 5 their sleep schedule changes, like a crazy driver changes lanes on a highway. I know this very well, because I'm that crazy driver. Especially when I've been drinking and driving. Drinking, too much coffee. I don't know how I'm awake without coffee. I've just been drinking coffee before I came here. But the lack of sleep, I will be honest with you, makes you experience 2 different opposites at the same time. How can you experience sleep deprivation and at the same time experience sleepwalking? Let me show you. So when we had our first kid, my wife and I, we were both new at this, and we would wake up to help each other out. No sleep. And then we had our second kid, and I was up helping with the bigger boy, and my wife was up with the new baby. There's lack of sleep right there. But at the same time, during the day or any time we're awake, if I'm speaking with anyone apart from my wife and kids for more than 5 minutes straight, I end up falling asleep with my eyes wide open. I just had a nap. So I work in a church as a pastor, and we have these times where we pray. And in churches, people pray in a circle. Where you pray, I pray, then I do it. And multiple times it happened to me where it's my turn, but I'm sleeping with my eyes wide open. So I'd wake up and I'm like, hey, my turn to pray. People are walking out of the room. Hey, we are done. So we only had 2 kids at this time. And then we got pregnant with kid number 3. So I came up to the church and I said, hey, we're having a baby. 2 weeks later, I got fired. Because I think this lack of sleep was interfering with my work, but I'm really convinced it's the ugly sleepwalking face that I would walk around with, sleep deprived. And but all my kids, it's wonderful. But being a parent, I will tell you before we even start the show, it's a good job, and you cannot afford to sleep on the job. So this other day, I'm playing with my 6-month-old, and I was playing a game we call the helicopter. So I'm lifting her up and down. Yeah, 15 minutes into the game, I realized I was doing the most important job a parent does, changing a baby's diaper. And then I forgot the most important thing you should not forget when you do this job, putting immediately a new diaper. But then I figured this out when I'm up in the game and she's right on top of my face. I will tell you people, 15 minutes is a long time for a baby to go without a diaper. A long time, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. And I noticed this, she's right on top of my face, so I panic and I open my mouth. And then one of the anythings that can happen happens. Right there on my face. I couldn't hide, I couldn't run from it. So I look and the little baby has fallen asleep. So I'm thinking, hey, I slept on the job and she fell asleep. So do I wake her up to put a new one on, or let her lay down and then move? Anything that can happen on the crib. I love parenting though. I love parenting. I love my kids. But I'm also very proud to be African. I will tell you guys something that all of us Africans, you're going to see African art tonight, African rhythm, African music tonight. But there's something about us Africans that we learn about our continent once we leave the continent. Once you leave. So, we all know, we know that our continent is the second largest continent in the world. It's a continent with about, more than 50 countries in our continent. But once we leave, we learn that the entire continent, the whole continent, is a country. And even more, we learn that the entire continent is actually one of the major cities in the world. So, okay, back in Kenya, I had opportunities to interact and hang out with people from different parts of the world. But everyone I met will identify themselves with their city. So, I'm from Washington, D.C., I'm from Toronto, I'm from Paris. And when I came here, I came as a student. And the first hockey game we went to see, we went with 2 other international students. One from the US and another one from the UK. And we sat down to watch the game and somebody said, oh man, this game just became an international game. We have him representing New York City, we have me representing London, and we have Henry representing Africa. Thank you for laughing.